Hi, my name is Miranda. I'll be meeting with you today. First, I'll go over confidentiality. Everything or most thing that is said here stays here, except there are a few exceptions to that rule. If I suspect neglect or abuse to a child or vulnerable adult, I will have to report that because I am a mandated reporter. And also, if you make comments about harming yourself or harming another person, I will have to report that as well. But other than that, this is a safe place to talk. Again, this is a learning part for me, so I appreciate you being here. Do you have any questions? Okay, so we'll get started. So from here it says you're 19 years old. Do you live at home with parents? Do you live by yourself?
This summer I'm living with my dad, and then
Okay,
I'll be going to campus in the fall.
okay, excellent. So, let's see. So you will be going to school. Are you a freshman or sophomore?
I'm a sophomore.
Okay, and what is your degree or your major?
Biological sciences.
Okay, excellent. And what do you want to do with that when you're done with school?
So I'm a pre-med.
Oh,
I'm a
excellent.
pre-med, yeah. So
Okay,
hopefully I'll be going to medical school after I graduate.
okay,
Yeah, and then
wonderful.
if that doesn't work, I have backup plans. So,
Sure. And what are those?
there's like surgical assistant. Um, I might go back and like finish up like do with some nursing and then just do like midwife
Sure.
stuff
But
like
that's
that.
like, but I'm sure you'll get in a minute.
Yeah,
I mean, you'll just,
I'm pretty sure too.
yes. Do you have any places that you want to start applying to, or when does that happen? Is that in a couple years or a year?
It's in a couple years, but my number one choice would be University of Washington,
Okay.
and then obviously I'll apply to UND because I'll have a higher chance of going there being in North Dakota.
Right. Excellent. So today for this intake, you'll see me writing more than normal. When we meet next time, we'll just be doing more talking. But today I just want to get some history, some information about you, and that way we can make a plan for next time, okay?
Okay.
All right. First thing, what brought you in today? Were you referred from another doctor, or what's going on that you think that you would like to talk about today or discuss?
I was referred by
Okay.
my cousin because I talked to her about my issues,
Sure.
and I mean, obviously coming from her perspective, she can't really. I feel like she can't really like give me like advice, being like so close to each other.
Right.
So, I mean, I guess that's why I'm here.
Okay.
And
what kind of issues do you think, or what do you?
okay. I mean, I don't know. There's just a few issues. I don't. They're like small compared to like other people.
That's
like,
okay. I mean, that's.
Well, to begin with, like my mom and I don't talk to each other.
Okay.
We haven't been talking for almost 2 years.
2 years. Okay.
Yeah, she's left our house, and my dad's a single dad.
Okay.
Working, and he has like 4 kids to take care of. 2 of them are toddlers.
Sure.
So I mean, I just feel bad for him, and then I feel bad that I'm leaving in the fall and not helping him. But I also want to focus on school, stuff like that.
Where are you going for your undergrad?
NDSU.
NDSU. Okay.
I'll be like 10 minutes away from home, but like I just can't study at home.
Right. Right. That's understandable. It's good to be, and I'm sure he understands as well.
Yeah, he goes back and forth, but
sure. I'm sure he likes you there, but
yeah, but he understands.
So where does your mom live? Do you know right now, or?
So she was in Idaho, but now she's in Maine apparently.
Okay.
My younger sister told me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, did something happen that caused you not to talk or speak with her anymore?
Well, it started when they like were divorced, and then she started dating other guys, and I was against it because like I don't know, I just felt like she should like focus on school, and she wanted to be like she's a nurse, but she wanted to be an RN. She's an LPN.
Okay.
So I don't know. I just felt like she got carried away, and then she started dating guys who wanted me like in their family photos or whatever, and I was literally like only if you buy me this, and then he did, but then they broke up and she went to someone else. And like what caused like us to like stop talking was when I told her like she doesn't do enough, I kind of told her off. I guess I was wrong for that because I mean I shouldn't have talked to my mom like that, but at the same time like I wanted to let her know how I felt. And she's not like she's ethnic, I guess. She's very cultural, so that stuff like I'm not supposed to do. Yeah, and then we just stopped talking, and then I asked for like forgiveness, and then we were okay, but then she asked me to drive her to a club, and that's when I just blew up, and I couldn't even like talk to her anymore. So that's where I'm at right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing. So like, so it's been 2 years since you spoke with her. When did your parents get divorced? How many years ago was that? Or how old were you?
I was like 17.
Okay.
No, 16 because it's been more than 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and how long have they been married?
16 years.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Right. So, how long have you been in the U.S.? Your whole life?
Yeah, like I was born here.
Okay.
I've traveled outside.
Right, but you were born
Yeah,
here. Okay. And then do you have older brothers? You mentioned the 2 toddlers or older sisters.
I have an older sister. She's my mom's side, not my dad's.
Okay. How old is she?
She's like 25, and
Okay.
she lives in Malaysia.
Okay. So you
she's
see
not
her
around.
very often, or?
2 years ago, I went on a vacation with her.
Okay.
And just went around Asia, but yeah, she
I mean,
doesn't really
that's-
come here.
Right. I'm sure it's a long plane ride too.
Yeah.
But are you in contact with her? Or?
Yeah, I talk
Okay.
to her like twice a week probably.
Okay. So you have a decent relationship?
Yeah, we have a really good relationship.
Okay. And you said she's from on your mom's side?
Mhm.
Okay. So was your mom married before? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. All right. So you have a good relation. Does she have a relationship with your mother?
She had a pretty bad one at first. My mom left. My mom like had her,
Okay.
and then she was abused by her husband. She
Okay.
went to the U.S. and then her plan was to just come for vacation and go back. But then she met my dad.
Oh, okay.
So she left my sister when she was 2.
Okay.
But then she tried bringing her to the U.S. and she eventually did. But my sister was 14 by then, and her mom was like a stranger to her. So they didn't get along, and then my sister graduated high school a year early and went back to Indonesia.
Okay.
And then yeah, they weren't very close. But recently, ever since I went on the vacation, my mom reached out to her more. And now they're like good friends. But I mean, before then, like she was a stranger basically.
Okay. So just the past couple of years.
Yeah, just the past 2 years or 3 years that
Okay.
they've been close.
Okay.
Before that, it wasn't.
What is her name?
Rita.
Rita?
My sister's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rita? Okay, excellent. So Rita knows that about what's going on with you and your mom right now.
Mhm.
And then you are able to talk honestly with Rita about things and you feel comfortable?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then, so you have her and then the 2 toddlers. That's from?
That's for both my dad and mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your mom?
Married twice.
Yep.
And then she had her first marriage was my older sister, and then her second one was the rest of us.
Oh, okay. So how old are they?
So there's me.
Mhm.
My younger sister is she's like 13.
Okay.
And then the other 2 are 6 and 4.
Oh wow. So your dad has his hands full.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the boy is 6. If that is something I should say.
Okay. Boy is 6 and the girl is 4.
Mhm.
So he's a single parent.
Mhm.
And he's not remarried. He's not. Maybe he dates.
Mm-mm.
No. Just.
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't want to date.
Sure.
Just focus on us.
Right. So you have your hands full too because you're the oldest
Mhm.
here.
Yeah.
So you feel like you have a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, and then I feel bad for like leaving. But I mean, I really want to be a doctor, and he wants me to be a doctor. And I don't know, I just have to focus on that. But you know, yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, especially you feel like the caretaker, I'm sure, especially of the younger 2, which
Yeah.
that's a lot.
Mhm.
lot. What does your dad do? Is he
He just works with like a manufacturing company.
okay?
Yeah, he only had his associate's degree.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
He wanted to go back for more school, or I think he's taking a class at MSU, but
Great.
hopefully it helps.
And how long has he been in the U.S.? Or?
He's been in the U.S. since he was 19, I think.
Okay, so
Yeah,
how old is he now?
he's 50 now.
Okay, so since 19.
Yeah.
Great. Excellent. So the next questions are kind of going to be more about like your history, and then we'll get back to discussing like our next plan. We talk about your next, how you can weave through, maybe possibly reaching out to your mom again, or just figuring out other options
Okay.
and focusing on you and trying to deal with all the, I'm sure, anxiety that comes along with the kids and school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you working this summer?
Yeah, I am. I'm like in my work clothes.
Okay.
I work at Sanford.
Okay. Excellent. What do you do there?
Laboratory assistant.
Okay.
Or phlebotomist.
Good for you. How did you do like training for that?
Oh, I loved it. I mean, I love my job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they just train you? Do you have to do special training or?
Oh yeah, I applied and then they said they would train me on the job. So then I got trained and now I'm like a really good phleb.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And how long have you been doing that?
7 months now.
Okay, excellent. So you're a fast learner.
Yeah.
So right now, do you have any concerns about like your medical history as far as like you're healthy? Do you have any heart issues?
No, I don't. No, I'm fine.
Okay. What about, are you on any medication currently? Okay. Do you have any allergies to anything?
No.
Okay. Have you ever been hospitalized?
No.
And as far as your family medical history, your parents, are they healthy? Do they have any mental health diagnoses or anything?
No.
Oh, okay. So they're healthy?
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Great. All right. So growing up, was there any like abuse, emotional, physical, or neglect that happened?
No.
No. Okay. So how would you describe your overall, like, up until maybe you were 16 when your parents got divorced, your childhood?
Like to explain it, like how I felt.
Like growing up, like were they loving? Were they
Oh yeah.
nurturing?
Yeah, for sure they were. Like, well, when I was in Seattle with them, I was the only child,
Okay.
and they showed me all I love. And then, yeah, we moved to North Dakota. Still very loving parents.
When did you move to North Dakota?
I was just like 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
For family or jobs or?
yeah, family.
Okay. And you did well in school, I'm assuming?
Mhm.
Okay. Do you want to tell me more about that? Like elementary or high school?
Oh,
What your interests were?
yeah, I got better as I grew up. In like kindergarten, I would always get in trouble. Elementary school, also the same. And then
What did you get in trouble for?
like this one time, this guy was stepping on my shoes, and I stepped on his shoes back.
Okay.
But the teacher only saw me, so that was something. And then I don't know. And I'm gonna be honest, in kindergarten, I was really bad. Like I bullied a kid. It was
Oh, okay. Okay. Like one time or throughout the year?
It was like throughout the year. I don't know
Okay.
why I did it,
Okay.
but it was bad. I
Okay.
regret it.
Okay.
But yeah, and then elementary, I was just like I hung out with the wrong people. Middle school was kind of the same, but I was better. And then high school, I found my place, I guess.
Okay. So were you involved like with activities?
Yeah, in high school, I was in debate and student congress. I was president of French club my senior year.
So you were involved.
Yeah, I led like a walkout at my
Okay.
school. So I was pretty political, I guess.
Tell me more about that.
So there was like a lot of gun violence happening, and then the guy who went to the school where a shooting was happening, where like 17 students died, um, like announced the day where all schools, like all students should walk out.
Mhm.
So I saw that tweet, and then I was thinking about it, and I like got a group of people together, and then we were in charge of the walkout, and we like handed out flyers and everything. So when it hit 10 a.m., everybody like walked out. Not the whole school, but like hundreds.
So you were in charge of that.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of hate for it at the end. In the end,
From who?
from people who love guns.
Okay.
Obviously. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so how did you deal with that?
Um,
Like the hate that you felt?
I actually didn't deal with it very
Okay.
well, but then like over time, I guess I healed. I was
Did
kind
you
of
keep it internal, or did you?
well, I had my other friends who led the walkout with me, and then
Right.
we kind of all like yelled about it together.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So like with each other?
yeah, with each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it bothered you though?
Yeah, it bothered me because I don't know. I get pretty emotional.
Mhm.
I know I shouldn't take it to heart. Obviously, it's like political. I should like expect it, but yeah, it's kind of mad.
Mhm. So what are you looking for from me? What are you looking for, like, as far as like help, like guidance, or
Yeah.
what is like, what are some of your goals from this?
Yeah, just like guidance, I guess, to like feel more, feel more well-rounded.
Okay.
I asked my friends for advice, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's just they don't get it from my perspective.
What do they say, or what do they?
Well, like I have a friend, and he's like, "Oh, I have a friend who's going through worse." Like obviously that doesn't help me. Like I
Like
know,
worse as in what? Like worse, like.
yeah, like his brother died or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Like he has a friend whose brother died, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this guy has it worse than you. I don't think you need like therapy. Like you're fine." And I'm like, "Okay."
Right. I'm smiling, but it's because, like, I mean, everyone has their own perspective in their own
Yeah.
life, and I mean, I'm glad you're here, and it's good to talk to people. Good to talk to someone else about it who, like, is a third party who doesn't know you or your friends, right? Because you're obviously just as important as anyone else, and in your mind, I mean, or in his mind, it may seem minuscule or small, but in your mind, I mean, it's your life. So, but I understand where sometimes people, um, think that they have their own opinions, and that you have your own opinion too. So, and you have the right to that. So feel more well-rounded. What else do you think?
Yeah, like guidance, I guess. Just
Okay.
what to do from here on out, I guess.
Excellent. Have you been to counseling before? Okay. Let's see. And do you have any suicidal thoughts?
No.
Okay. And as far as like your culture background, can you tell me more about that? As far as like religion,
Yeah.
beliefs?
So, I mean, my parents are Muslim.
Okay.
My dad is the more strict one coming from Iraq. My grandma's also like, I mean, like I don't talk to her, but like I know like how strict she is. Like, you can only date someone who's like don't date obviously, and marry someone who's Muslim.
Where does your grandma live?
She's in Iraq.
Oh, she's still there.
Yeah. It's just very cultural. Like my dad's very strict. Like no boyfriends at all.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean like I can't do this. Just can't do that.
Sure.
Stuff like that.
So very strict.
Yeah, pretty strict. Yeah.
I mean, respectful of the religion, but how do you feel about that? I mean, what's your opinion?
I mean, I agree with it. I feel like in the end, like it'll be good for me.
Sure.
To not have a boyfriend and to not do that stuff. But I mean, at the same time, it's just I don't like how harsh it is. You know.
Uh-huh.
It's just like I wish there was like a balance between being like, I guess the word would be like more Americanized, more chill, and like being religious at the same time, And they're also like pretty judgy of like, I don't know, like I guess they like my grandma and my cousins live in Iraq, they would judge like America
Okay.
and like the things that people do here. But I mean, like I liked it. So.
And how about your mom? Is she?
She used to be pretty religious. I guess like now she still is, like she prays and stuff, but she's like we're like not allowed to drink, and I'm pretty sure she drinks and we can't go to clubs.
Sure.
She goes to clubs. Okay. Yeah, and boyfriends you're not supposed to have any. But,
Okay.
yeah.
So when, like, as far as help me understand your culture, religion a little bit more, like, when are you about to get married, or is it like?
The thing is, like I mean, my dad and mom they knew each other for like 2 weeks, and I guess it was like love at first sight.
Were they able to pick each other, or was it
No, yeah,
arranged
they
marriage?
picked each other.
Okay.
Like I was born, and at the same time a guy in Iraq was born.
Mhm.
So then right away they like wanted to put us in arranged marriage.
Mhm.
And then when like it was just always something that like lingered, like it wasn't like, oh, like this is what's gonna happen. Like it was just like an idea, I guess. And then once my dad and mom divorced, my dad like said he didn't want that. Like he said he'd rather have me find love like on my own.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean he's definitely Americanized. Like I remember there was like a group of like religious families, like we had a meeting, and then they were kind of like making fun of me, I guess, and they were like, "Oh, if Miriam ended up with an American, like how would you feel?" My dad was like, "Honestly, if she was with someone American, as long as he loves her, I'm fine with it." Like he showed him off, I guess.
Okay.
So he's supportive of me.
Okay. So that's positive.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there like he wants you to probably
He just wants me to be happy
and be get done with college?
Yeah.
Is there a certain age he wants? He's
Yeah.
thinking.
He just like for like undergrad, he definitely doesn't want me to. I think he says like I think he doesn't want me to have a boyfriend.
Mhm.
I don't know how he's thought this through. I guess maybe when I become a doctor, he'll be like okay with it. I don't even know.
Right.
I just know like right now that's a no.
Right. Well, I appreciate you explaining that to me, and then I get to know more about your background and get to know more about you. Um, so, and then I just want to touch base on your parents' divorce, if you wouldn't mind, like explaining why they got divorced, or do you know why, or was it just?
Yeah.
Just so I can, I'm just trying to learn more about your family.
Yeah. So we were.
If you're okay with talking about it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay. Okay.
So, I mean, it's like a whole backstory. So first, I live next to my cousins. My mom has never had a good relationship with them.
Okay.
And she also doesn't like North Dakota. We were living in like Washington, which is really nice. Okay. So then we wanted to move somewhere else. So we moved to Texas after my freshman year of high school.
Okay.
We stayed there for about 6 months because it wasn't looking too well. My dad took like his retirement money out, and we spent a lot of money there. And then it came down to like not being able to afford the apartment we were staying at, and his friend gave him the idea like, oh, if we can't make this payment, they can take our car. And it was I guess, and it's kind of funny, I guess, 'cause it's like it's a Lexus, and my dad bought it for my mom when it's like his proposal present, I guess. And then they took the car away because we couldn't keep the payments up. And then that's like I guess when everything started, because my mom lost her like favorite car ever, and she was mad, and she was saying this was all his fault when really she pressured him into moving to Texas.
Okay.
We bought tickets. Like it was summertime. Like I just finished high school, and we didn't even have plane tickets. And she was like, "Okay, we need to get tickets now and leave in like 5 days." Like we never had a solid plan. We stayed at my dad's friend's house over there for like a few months, and then got like an apartment that we didn't even like.
Sure.
She didn't have a job lined up. Neither did my dad. It was.
Sorry about that. So she just wanted to move, and your dad said, I mean, because
my dad
loved her, and just said, okay, and she was happy with Texas because it's somewhere different, warm.
Yeah, stuff like that. And then we moved back because we weren't happy.
Sure.
And she still wasn't happy because she lost her car.
Okay.
And we also had to sell her gold. So she wasn't happy with that. She was blaming it on my dad, but really it was both of problems,
Right.
both their faults.
Right.
And then that's when they like divorced eventually.
I appreciate you sharing that with me. Just it gives me more of a, so I have a background. Well, we've gone through a lot of information today. I appreciate you being very honest with me, and that way I can look through this and we can come up with a plan next time.
Okay.
I'm just gonna like type up some notes, and we can work on, like you said, just kind of figuring out guidance, and also one thing. I mean, I'm sure you feel guilty about. Does that come up a little bit? So we could work on possibly working out those feelings, because you're doing a great job for being 19, and you have great dreams, and you just have to figure out like the relationship with your mom and what you want to do about that.
Yeah.
So that's something we can talk about next time.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions for me?
No.
Right. Well, thank you for coming in.
Yeah, no
I appreciate it. And nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice
Thank
meeting you
you.
too.